Welcome back, and now for what is trending in true crime. The ex-girlfriend of actor Jonathan Majors says that it felt like she got hit by a bus the day after he allegedly attacked her. Now, that's what Grace Jabari told a Manhattan jury on Thursday in the actor's assault trial. She spent hours on the witness stand giving very emotional testimony about an incident that happened, as she said, in the back seat of a car back in March. Now, prosecutors say that Majors hit Jabari on the side of her head, fractured her finger, and tossed her, quote, like a football after she saw another woman had texted him. But the defense says that Jabari was the real aggressor in this case. In court on Thursday, Major's attorneys played video of her hanging out at a nightclub after the fight. They also played body camera footage from the next day of Jabari telling police that she couldn't remember how she got injured. If convicted, Majors faces up to a year in jail. But here's the question. Who do you believe, him or her? They're both pointing the finger at each other and both saying that they're the real victim here. Let's bring in our power panel now. With me, law enforcement expert Sonny Slaughter, the director of prosecution projects at Florida International University, and former homicide prosecutor Melba Pearson, and litigation, celebrity entertainment, and sports media lawyer Seth Berenzweig. Thank you all for being on the program today. Okay, Sonny Slaughter, my friend, will you do me a favor and start the discussion off? Who do you believe?
Good morning, Julie. Glad to see you back. So I'm going to believe the evidence and what the evidence says based on that particular incident and what happened that night. What did the driver of the Uber or vehicle that they were in, what did he see? What did he notice? What did he hear? What did others see or hear? What is their relationship been like? So I want to stick to the facts and evidence on this one because both of them were pointing to the finger at one another. They may have had a long history of domestic violence, and she could have recanted because that is often what domestic violence victims do.
Seth Berenzweig, what a pleasure it is to have you on the show. I want to ask you something that really goes to your expertise. You know, when you represent celebrities and you have a story that's swirling in the news cycle, and there are other concerns beyond the trial, you know, the optics, communications, what's being said in interviews, if any are being done. Would you kind of talk to me about the other concerns for someone like Jonathan Majors, who's someone in the public eye? He's got a lot to lose here. Tell me what you would be concerned about if you're representing him on a case like this, please, Seth.
Sure. So all the descriptions that I would add to that would not detract from the point that this domestic abuse case, as alleged, is a quite serious case. There are 7 counts that have been asserted, so I certainly wouldn't do anything that would decrease the seriousness of the allegations in this case. That having been said, when a celebrity faces these kinds of cases, it has a lot of implications. Of course, their liberty can be taken, and that is, first and foremost, really something that would have a dramatic impact on their life. But it also is something that can really drive a sledgehammer into their livelihood. There are conduct and ethics clauses in contracts with studios that provide that there are grounds for termination, or if there are allegations where someone is alleged to have acted in a very improper manner. There are a lot of instances in the celebrity world where people have lost lucrative contracts because of these kinds of allegations, and this is a very serious case. The thing that is curious about this case, and of course it happens in all these criminal cases, is that there's really evidence on both sides. And I think that the defense has a variety of points to note, including the fact that she was dancing that night, and there's a video that doesn't seem to be consistent with the underlying allegations.
Seth, appreciate it. We'll leave this case there for now because we have another big one we want to talk about. This one is trending in true crime as well. We got to talk about Diddy. Sean Diddy Combs is pushing back after a woman has claimed that he gang raped her 20 years ago. According to the woman's lawsuit, it happened in his recording studio when she was just 17 years old. The Jane Doe says that she decided to come forward after reading the lawsuit from Diddy's ex-girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie. Now, Cassie filed that suit last month, claiming that she was raped and beaten over the span of a decade. Diddy settled that suit the very next day. 2 other women have also come forward with allegations against him. The hip-hop mogul says that none of these claims are true and that people are looking for a quick payday. So here's our question this morning. Are more settlements in Diddy's future? Let's bring back in our power panel. Seth, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to go in reverse order here. So doing civil work, settlements are something that are done day in and day out. We know Diddy paid out quickly in that first case. We don't know what he paid. It's all under an NDA, but I would imagine it's substantial. Talk to me here. Would that be the best way for him to proceed here?
Well, it could be. In a case like this, one of the things that's very difficult, and this is a civil case brought by the complainant, which happened allegedly about 20 years ago. When these cases come up, of course, it's difficult. It's an uphill battle for the complainant to try to demonstrate putting those pieces and tying them together. However, in this case, we have photographs of her sitting in Sean Combs' lap in the studio where these things allegedly occurred. That was a characteristic of the Cassie Ventura case, which was settled about 24 hours after that case was filed. The reason why these cases are flooding into New York because there are special statutes that give a 1-year look back for cases that otherwise are time barred. So in this case, there are some very serious allegations. There's photographs of her in the studio. There's going to be pressure. He's come out and he's very strongly denied it.
I'm being told we have to leave it there for now because we've got Tracy Ferreter set to appear in court in minutes, and Melba and Sonny are going to come along with me. We have to say goodbye, and thank you to Seth Berenzweig for joining us on the program. Hope to see you soon, Seth.